Hey, what's up, guys? This is David Chase Taylor of 911truther.org. Today is October 4th of 2025. So, based on breaking news and events, it appears the CIA headquarters located beneath CERN at Lake Geneva in Switzerland is going to stage a Defcon level event, an act of war, a CBRN related attack, and or a full-scale invasion of a sovereign nation. During the live broadcast of UFC 320, which is taking place in Las Vegas, Nevada, on the evening of October 4th of 2025. This is going to be a watershed moment in time that's going to change the trajectory of the planet forever, and it's going to be used to assassinate U.S. President Donald J. Trump, spawn a second global biological pandemic, trigger World War III, and the recent shutdown of the U.S. government on the morning of October 1st of 2025 was specifically designed to foreshadow this catastrophic, earth-changing event that is going to befall humanity on the night of October 4th of 2025 during the 10 a.m. It's going to happen on the evening of October 4th during the 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 1 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 5th window. So this window between 10 p.m. and 1 a.m. on the evening of October 4th through 5th Eastern Standard Time in the United States is when Switzerland is going to strike. Her CIA has greenlit a number of plots, which I'm going to detail in a second. So this catastrophic, earth-changing event is going to happen in the next 3 hours. You can mark it down and it's guaranteed. It's 100% guaranteed that the CIA is going to strike in the next 3 hours. Exactly what they're going to do, obviously not known. I have published numerous reports highlighting all the plots that I have uncovered, but in the aftermath of this video, it's highly likely that the CIA will reload and stage an attack or a variation of said attack elsewhere on a different target or a different location. But what's clear is that the CIA is going to assassinate U.S. President Donald J. Trump, spawn a second global biological pandemic, and or trigger World War III on the night of October 4th of 2025 during the live broadcast of UFC 320 in Las Vegas, Nevada. Okay, so really briefly, I'm just going to highlight these reports that I have published, and you can find the hard link on my website, 911truther.org. But these are the plots which CIA has evidently spawned for the evening of October 4th of 2025 during the live broadcast of UFC 320. What's imperative to note here is that the CIA always seizes upon the live broadcasts of highly watched sporting events, as evidenced by my book entitled The Nuclear Bible, which exposed a false flag 9/11 style nuclear terror attack targeting Super Bowl XLV in Dallas, Texas back on February 6th of 2011. This is how I got in this situation, and this is basically the MO of the CIA. And so the UFC is now being streamed live globally, and likely has probably over 500 million to a billion viewers around the world. So this is possibly, UFC 320 will possibly be the single most viewed event in television history because of streaming. And consequently, the CIA plans to seize upon this moment and stage a live terror attack or invasion or act of war during this live broadcast during the aforementioned hours on the evening of October 4th. So, really quickly, I have discovered the following plots. A Russian-backed Cuban Special Forces-based 9/11 style nuclear terror attack targeting the Freedom Tower in New York City, One World Trade Center, and the U.S. Capitol building. A Chinese weaponized biological attack targeting Vatican City on the morning of October 5th, 2025. A Chinese-backed Soaring Dragon-based 9/11 style nuclear terror attack targeting the U.S. Bank Tower in Los Angeles and the Stratosphere Tower in Las Vegas. An Iranian 9/11 style drone-borne nuclear terror attacks targeting skyscrapers in Bahrain, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Israel, Egypt, and/or the United Arab Emirates. A joint Chinese and North Korean-based attack and invasion of Japan. Neo-Nazi-based attack targeting the Mandela Foundation in South Africa, which spawns a second global biological pandemic. Alleged U.S. Army active duty and reservist-based attack targeting Hebrew, Israeli, and/or Jewish-related entities in the United States, most likely targeting synagogues and/or the in New Jersey. I'll just leave it at that. The same goes for U.S. Special Forces or U.S. Army or Armed Forces related storming attack targeting the U.S. Capitol building in Washington, D.C., right before a plane flies in and blows everything up. A North Korean ICBM strike targeting the Pacific Ocean, and as well as Warren Air Force Base in Cheyenne, Wyoming. A Chinese backed Islamic South Asian Asia Islamic terror group based hijacking of multiple Air India airliners as pretext for 9/11 style crashes, bombings, or hostage crises. Ukraine armed forces based attack targeting the Black Sea Fleet headquarters of the Russian Navy at Sevastopol, Crimea, Ukraine, likely resulting in the detonation of one or more nuclear warhead-laden Russian submarines. Russian special forces or Russian armed forces based siege of Munich, Germany, as pretext for a NATO-Russo war that's designed to climax with the mutual assured destruction scenario. ETA-based CBRN-related attack targeting abortion-related entities in Spain and/or Portugal. Russian-backed ISIS or Syrian rebels-based CBRN-related event in Syria. A Russian Federation-backed Venezuelan-based attack targeting Miami and/or U.S. Armed Forces-related entities in the state of Florida. ISIS or Hezbollah-based attack targeting the Kendrick Lamar concert in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. A Chinese-backed Asian Islamic terror group-based attack, hostage crisis center siege targeting the U.S. Embassy in Beijing, China. And/or an Antifa-based attack or hostage crisis or siege targeting Apple headquarters at the Apple Park in Cupertino, California, and/or other Apple retailers across the United States in the aftermath of Apple removing the ICE tracker apps, which track the location of ICE agents conducting raids across the United States. So just to recap, CIA is plotting some mass attacks, some act of war, a full-scale invasion. This could be a Russian invasion of Europe, a Chinese invasion of Taiwan, an Iranian invasion of Israel, some sort of major act of war, Defcon level terror event. But what's clear is that the CIA is going to stage the assassination of U.S. President Donald J. Trump, who may be attending UFC 320 in Las Vegas. They're going to spawn a second global biological pandemic on the October 4th in the United States or October 5th elsewhere in the world, or they're going to trigger World War III during the live broadcast of UFC 320 in Las Vegas, Nevada on the evening of October 4th during the 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. window Eastern Standard Time. So it's 100% sure. I believe I've gotten all the plots, but like I said, the CIA could reload and stage attacks elsewhere targeting other locations. But what's clear is what they're planning to do and the result of which. And what's imperative to know also is the numerology. So today is the 4th. The number 4 is the cross. And this is the Swiss cross that's found on the flag of Switzerland, which is home to the CIA. So they're the ones that are organizing this through their Israeli Mossad. And so obviously if this comes to fruition in reality, I would kindly ask that you download this video and share it with local, state, and federal law enforcement, military, and intelligence officials, as well as with local, national, and international media outlets. Praying for a peaceful evening. Peace.